Welcome to CDLA. Those of you who have been on my channel know I've been working as a Class A CDL driver for quite some time. I worked for close to 14 years for a Miller Lite distribution company, 4 years for Ryder Logistics, and now I'm working as an electrical lineman apprentice. In this video, I'm going to share with you why I decided to become an electrical lineman apprentice at 40 years old. Now, this is how the story began. I was renting my home, and the landlord, who was an inside wireman or commercial electrician, said to me, "I see you working out consistently. I know you have a commercial driver's license. Have you ever considered becoming an electrical lineman?" Make a note that my commercial driver's license provided me this opportunity. I asked him, "What is an electrical lineman?" He pointed to the sky and said, "They work on the power lines." Now, at this time, I was transitioning from working close to 14 years with the Miller Lite distribution company to working with Ryder Logistics. The landlord mentioned that he knew I was a hard worker and that if I'm interested, he will put in a good word for me. To nip this in the butt right now, that is not how I got in. So I started to explore the ideal. And at that time in the year 2020, there was not much information. One of the metrics I went by was the yearly salary. So I compared the yearly salary to Ryder Logistics, which I was transitioning into, to electrical lineman. And what I found was I would make the same yearly salary. So I thought. Long story short, I stuck with Ryder Logistics. Shortly after that, my wife graduated with a degree. We bought a house. We wanted to do some updates. We got a quote for kitchen cabinets for $20,000. And the window we wanted to replace, we got a quote for $3,000. And that's when the games began. Hit the like, share, subscribe. I quickly began to wish I had the skills to do the job myself. Shortly after that, I saw on Facebook a guy I went to high school with joined the carpentry apprenticeship. I reached out to him to see how I could join the carpentry apprenticeship because I realized this would help me with the skills around the house. As I started to explore and reach out, I realized I had more friends in the trade. These friends in the trade encouraged me to go electrical. That's when I started to explore becoming an electrician. Through exploring becoming an electrician, I had that aha moment when I saw electrical lineman pop back up. And that's when I thought back, oh, this is what my landlord wanted to get me into. I started to explore being an electrical lineman, and at this time, just a couple years later, there was so much information on YouTube and Reddit and things like that on what an electrical lineman does, how much the salary is, and what was the opportunity in the trade. So I quickly called him, and he told me it was too late, that he didn't have that opportunity for me anymore. It was kind of a once in a lifetime deal. And so that's how it happened for me. And I'm like, oh man, now I'm on my own. So I began the application process. It took about a year from start to finish. I'll link a video down in the description box going into more detail about that. Wanting to do work around my house ultimately led me to the electrical lineman trade. Having a CDLA was definitely a good transition for me in this career. So if you have a CDL, this could be a pathway for you. 40 years old, if I did it, you can do it. I've been in the trade only for 4 weeks now, and I've learned a lot of information in those 4 weeks. Dealing with tools and learning how to use them definitely gave me confidence to start doing projects around my house. My electrical linemen out there, tell me in the comments how you guys got started. What led you to the electrical lineman trade? I just hope this can help one person. I've done my job if that's the case. CDLA, remember, you are the captain of your ship.